Hopefully this video will help you out if you've got a GE Profile Spacesaver series. This one's an 1800 XL, but the kind that tucks up underneath your cabinet and sits above your range top. If your light bulb goes out, and the light bulb is located up here behind this grill, and as you can see, there's no access from the inside. This just reveals like the little microwave stir motor thing. You can't get at it from the inside, so you might think to yourself, oh crap, I got to drop this thing down in order to change out a stupid light bulb. And it's really not as bad as you would think. I discovered this the hard way, which is why I decided to make a video to help anybody else out who's trying to figure it out. You do not have to drop the whole microwave in order to access the bulb. It's the same bulb as the two that are underneath here that light up underneath your range at two different brightnesses. It's a G8 2-pin base, 120 volt, 20 watt if you get the halogen version, or you can just buy like a 3 watt LED version like this. I just found them on Amazon. I think it was maybe 20 bucks for a 10 pack, which will certainly outlive this microwave, but it's nice that they're all the same. Again, something I discovered the hard way. If you look it up online, it might say that some GE microwaves take an intermediate base bulb or a G17 base. That is not the case here. So in order to actually get at the light bulb, here's what you do. Up here along the top, you're going to notice two flathead screws, and you can see I've already removed them here, but hopefully you're not so flush mount to your counter or your cabinets that you can't get at those. But they look like this. So we just take a number 2 Phillips. Once you get those out, this entire assembly, this whole vent assembly here, just like the song at every wedding reception you've ever been to, just slide to the left. One little slide to the left, and the entire thing comes loose. And you can see these little locking tabs under here. I've turned it around now so the opening points to the left, but obviously once it's back upside down, that's where this thing slides out. Incidentally, if you have problems with your control board or your display or some of the other stuff that mounts behind it, it's a similar setup for getting at this. There's one pan head screw that goes right here that I've removed for the purposes of showing this, and behind this, if you slide up, just lift up, and then the whole thing pulls down, and you can see a bunch of the guts behind it, like if you need to change out your capacitor or if some of your interlocks happen to go bad, if the fuse goes bad, you can access a lot of this without having to drop the whole thing down from your cabinets. So once this is out, you'll notice that this little raised area right here, this is where the light bulb sits behind. And there's just one more pan head screw holding that on. Once you pop that loose, the sheet metal assembly that sits on top of this will come free. And right in there is your bulb. If you depress those two metal tabs, the whole thing will lift up and out. Now I'm gonna advise you, obviously you wanna disconnect the power before you do so. Anytime you're reaching up in here, that is line voltage that would be going to that thing, and that is hot right now because the door is open, all right? So with the door open, this is hot, it's trying to light that up, which means those leads are gonna be live. You shouldn't be in direct contact with them anyway, but it's better to be too safe 100 times than too dead once. So hopefully this helped you out. Go ahead and get your light bulb changed, and have a great day. Thanks.